All right, it's Thursday, and we have parts just in time. I can't believe they sell these things individually. That's interesting. I've never seen one like that before. That's really cool. Somebody came up with a new design. These are really neat. Cool. Let's put this over here. All right, neat stuff. Some of which I will put in my own stock to replace the ones that the client supplied, such as this. And this, because, let's see, he supplied this. I'll put this one in the bike. And these. Okay, I've got everything laid out. Let's reload the primary case. First thing I'm going to do is oil these guys. It's interesting, it's probably less needed with these than it is with fiber. I've had fiber that I put in there dry stick together such that, well, basically they tore themselves up. That was a long time ago. I learned that you really need to lubricate clutch plates so they don't stick together when you put them together. These being all metal, wow, it's sort of like centered bronze, the original ones. How interesting. I find these fascinating. I've never seen anything like them. All right. Yeah, that's right up against the edge there. Hmm. All right. Interesting. I don't normally see that much clearance between the spring and the pressure plate. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it together just like this. And if we notice any slippage or any problems in the test ride, we'll get on it hard. I will put I don't have any really thin plates. These are thicker. This would be the thinnest one I have, and that would be really tight. Interesting. None of those are thin enough to qualify, in my mind, as an extra plate to put in there. Gives the spring plenty of room to move. It's going to be interesting. Oh yeah, let's put this in there. Okay. I'm going to take the cap off over here and make sure that the little lever that fits on the steel ball is centered. Let's go over and see if we can see inside the transmission the clutch release assembly. And it's right there. And it feels like it's nicely centered. Okay, so that's good. Let's go back to this side. And do the throwout rod adjustment. With the cable completely loose up at the top, and I mean completely loose. Let's see. Oh, try to find it, Frank. Okay, the cable's completely out of the lever. All right, so the cable's not affecting the push rod. I go all the way in until it's completely tight, back it out, like so. Now that's where it touches, and I give it a quarter turn. Then, what size is this? Nice 3/4. Good. Actually, I'll use this 3/4. I'll show you the difference. I have ground this one down flat versus this one still has the sloped intake sides. So I'm going to use this one, which is nice and thin and flat. Put it on here. And do this. And that's as tight as it needs to go. And nope, I don't put Loctite on. And nope, I've never had one come free. So now let's tighten the cable. Adjust the cable from the top. All right. By the way, this adjuster goes with the slot facing out so that you can change a cable in a hurry in case one should ever snap. Have you ever had one snap? I had one snap. Luckily, I was close enough to a place where I could buy a replacement, and I was able to change it right on the road. But putting it in like that lets you change it really fast. Just make sure this other end is in the nipple, shall we say. and it is in the nipple. Now, if I can't get it on that handle, what I'll do is I'll just loosen this adjustment up and give myself a little more slack. But what I can do is hold it here, pull it in, and then do the full jump like that. All right, now I can take this out and do the handle, or I can undo this. Just for the heck of it, let's do it up here. I could also sit there and fight with it. I'm just not going to. Except that it doesn't want to go right. Nice catch. There we go. All right, now we adjust the slack up here, in my humble opinion, for just about that much, maybe just a little bit less. Like that, so there's nothing pushing on the release rod. Okay? Good action. I like a nice tight cable, just minimum play. That's a little much. There you go. Just make sure that there's no drag on that cable. That feels real good. That really feels good. I like that. Okay. We'll see how it goes on the test ride. I'm going to close up the primary case now. I sure think I was the last person to close this case, or whoever did it after me is using the same Permatex anaerobic gasket maker. Love this stuff. It's in here and it's nice and tight and still moist, sticky. So I'm going to leave this alone, but I will put a complete bead around the cover. Like so. All right, so let's turn this around. See if I can see the primary case. Oh, that's interesting. There it goes. All right. You might ask, why are you doing that, Frank? And the answer is, I have no rational reason for doing that. But I do it. Okay. Let's might as well put this on. I have 3 Allen bolts here, 2 of the same length and 1 longer. This one's going to go down at the bottom where this bracket fits. Yeah. Interesting. A level check, not a drain. I'll bring the level of the oil up to the level check hole on the left side there. And you can see there's the level check. Let's see if I can see. Yeah, right, there's the level check bolt that you take out to check the level when you're doing it by level. So I'm just going to add a little oil here. That's all. And this is the oil that I use in transmissions. It's Redline Synthetic MT90, and it is GL4 for manual transmissions and transaxles, axles, better than GL5. Stay with GL4. It's made for transmissions that have bronze bushings rather than roller bearings and things like that, and needle bearings like the new modern bikes have. All right, short day. Put a little oil in the tranny to bring it up to the level check. Let's see. Closed up the headlight with the LED bulb. Put the clutch in and adjusted the throwout release rod. This feels real good. I like the release, feeling the release right there. If that bothers Kevin, or if it bothers me when we're riding it, we can try to find a really, really thin steel Norton. See, the more I do it, the smoother it gets. So I'm not really going to worry about this. Especially on the come out, it's very smooth. When it goes in, you can feel it, but it's not doing it that bad. So I'm going to leave that. And if it bothers Kevin or I when we ride them, we can look for a thin, plain Norton plate, of which we don't have one. The ones we have are thick. But my good buddy Roger probably has an older style, thin metal one. We could try putting that in there. See how it goes. This is still dry. I'm going to let the anaerobic sealer coagulate, shall we say, overnight. And we're at a stopping point now, pending the return of the timing cover, so I can put that all back together and then put the electronic ignition in. And that's where we are. Once I get that installed, I can put the tank back on and do a first start. There you are. All right, I did a little beautification on these wires under here. They look pretty good now. Okay, that's better. There you go.
Any water damage?
Hang on for a second. And I extended these wires about 3 inches so that they could be plugged in comfortably. So that's what I did for the brake. And that's about it. Call it a day.